The neighborhood thrived under the illusion of order, where every lawn was trimmed and every rule was followed to perfection. For one family, life felt complete when they brought home an emotional support dog, approved by a doctor to help their child cope with anxiety. At first, the community seemed to welcome the furry companion, a quiet, well-behaved animal that caused no trouble. Yet, in a neighborhood run by an HOA obsessed with control, even harmless joys could turn into battlegrounds. What began as comfort for one family would soon ignite a storm of conflict. The first sign of trouble arrived in the form of a violation notice slipped into their mailbox. The HOA claimed the dog violated pet restrictions, ignoring the medical exemption the family had submitted. Neighbors who loved the dog whispered about the unfair treatment, but fear of retaliation kept them silent. The family appealed, hoping reason would prevail, but the board dismissed their pleas as irrelevant. What was meant to be a source of healing now became the center of hostility. Each day brought more notices, escalating the tension between the family and the powerful HOA. The HOA tightened its grip. Fines appeared for every supposed infraction, from barking that never occurred to claims of property damage without proof. Social media posts from residents revealed the dog lounging quietly, contradicting the accusations. Still, the HOA president insisted rules were rules. The family felt cornered, watching their medical documents ignored and their rights trampled. What was once a sanctuary now felt like a hostile battlefield. The dog, meant to bring peace, became a lightning rod for harassment. With each notice, the fight grew less about a pet and more about principle. The board's retaliation became relentless. Anonymous letters appeared on the family's doorstep, urging them to give up the dog. Violation signs were posted publicly, shaming them before the neighborhood. The family, though shaken, refused to back down. They knew the law protected emotional support animals, yet the HOA pretended otherwise. Neighbors began to split, some silently cheering for the family, others siding with the board out of fear. The once cohesive community fractured into camps, with every meeting now an arena for hostility. The controversy was no longer private, it was the neighborhood's darkest spectacle. The conflict escalated when the HOA threatened legal action to remove the dog. The family, exhausted but determined, sought help from an attorney specializing in housing rights. Word spread quickly, igniting debates across the neighborhood. Supporters rallied, citing fairness and compassion, while the president doubled down, declaring the dog an unacceptable violation. The situation spiraled beyond rules and into power, pride, and control. The family realized this wasn't just about their dog anymore. It was about standing against intimidation. As legal letters flew, the stage was set for a battle that would shake the entire HOA. The next HOA meeting was explosive. Residents packed the room, many holding signs supporting the family. The attorney presented evidence, medical documentation, federal housing laws, and proof of harassment. Gasps filled the room as the board's actions were exposed as unlawful. The president tried to twist the narrative, but her authority crumbled under the weight of facts. The once silent neighbors now spoke out, demanding accountability and compassion. The board found itself trapped, unable to justify its relentless campaign. For the first time, the family saw the tide turning in their favor. But the battle wasn't over yet. Under mounting pressure, board members began resigning, one by one, unwilling to be tied to the scandal. The president stood alone, clinging to control as petitions circulated for her removal. Authorities were contacted, and the threat of lawsuits loomed. The family's courage had exposed the HOA's abuse of power, unraveling its once unchallenged dominance. Neighbors who had stayed quiet now spoke loudly, demanding reform and fairness. The president's reign, once untouchable, was collapsing in real time. The emotional support dog, once the source of division, had become the symbol of resistance and unity. The end was near. The vote was swift, and the president was removed, her legacy forever tarnished by cruelty and corruption. The HOA restructured, promising compassion, transparency, and respect for residents' rights. The family finally found peace. Their emotional support dog no longer a target, but a beloved member of the community. Neighbors, once divided, now shared a sense of unity forged in struggle. The ordeal left a lasting lesson. Unchecked power can destroy harmony, but courage and solidarity can restore it. The family's fight had reshaped their neighborhood, proving that even the smallest voice could spark a revolution.